Cool. So here we are, back in the dungeon. I think I wanted to do more with this. We've got our encounter here of the magic trap. I think we discussed that last time, but the trap that teleports you inside and then hurts you until you can get out. Now, I think as the let's just do a full overview for anybody watching for the first time. So this is a dungeon map we did semi-randomly with the help of cards and dice, and then from the randomness we've started to actually have forming a dungeon that we're crafting. So from the dungeon that we've kind of randomly rolled, we randomly drew a card that said there were bugbears camped outside. I wanted to have like a kind of cave entrance to a structure or something. There was input from chat that said they want it to be also kind of underground, so we're going to work this underground section into here, and we're going to have basically dungeon style encounter cards, ones that have the dungeon on them, to help us flavor our dungeon, but also then creatures from the underground as opposed to in the dungeon, because the creatures from the underground have burrowed into the area. We've through random cards that we've drawn, we've determined that the boss of the dungeon is a cave dragon, a type of dragon found in the Tome of Beast supplement, I believe, and whose minions are kobolds mostly. What other things might be in here, we're not sure. There's this trapped body laid by the kobolds or cave dragon, and an area here we might have some sort of encounter, but this is like the sleeping quarters or of the peasants in like the fake royal chamber sleeping area, with a secret door to the actual area, because this area was supposed to be this kingdom's like semi-Helm's Deep, where some of like people would go away to try to hide away from the badness. Whatever problem the kingdom was having, the royals and nobles would have their own secret area. Peasants would be able to sleep in the not secreted away part. The king had his false throne. He's got a little prison there for whatever. Or I guess not false throne. It's kind of like a backup one. Like, he's got the nice one back home, but now the kingdom's under siege, but he still has to look big and important. And then some fixtures on the wall lead to more secret area. Basically a storage area for the whole place is what we've determined was here. I might see if there's something in here that is related, maybe underground or whatnot. We'll probably draw a card for an encounter in here. The nobles' sleeping quarters, a bunch of pictures on the wall, and nice big doors that are supposed to lead to the royal bedchamber, but don't. This will be like a trap area. I'm thinking gas trap or something. It is trapped for the enemies of the kingdom, who would come in and try to either rob the place or attack, when the real entrance is behind a painting here to the actual royal bedchamber here. And that's where we got to. We know that there's some cave tunneling here, so like lots of wear. I'm gonna use the cave design tool to kind of chip away at some of this area, kind of make it a little more gritty, you know, kind of falling apart and worn. But some of those areas, like here and here, actually have function where the cave dragon that has come in is going to be harrying them because there's a burrow speed. It'll maybe come in, drop a breath weapon, and leave at the DM's discretion. But also, I'm kind of keeping it vague. I don't know that I'll actually stat out any encounters. Just kind of give an idea for an adventure. I leave it up to you, and Kobold Fight Club is the site I use for encounter building, because CR in D&D is wacky, and it's hard to make an encounter there, but also I kind of wanted to keep it generic. Like, if you're playing a Genesis game or Dungeon World or whatever, coming in here and just being able to have the experience of the encounters in the rooms is more what I'm going for. You know, whatever RPGs you're using, I want to make it. I want to have this content be applicable. So, yeah. Went through all the rooms. I still want more in here, so we're gonna use some symbols. Try to make this place look a little nicer. Object tool. Maybe a signing desk where things can be signed. Boop there. What is this? Oh, it's gross. I assume it's gross. It looks like a gross pit. For stuff like this, you can take snap off and kind of put it wherever you want. Snap is really good for using excuse me. Snap is really good when using wall features and trying to make rooms. I want a pile of rocks and some wood. I want wood first, though. Smashed wood. We did find smashed wood pieces, and it was cool. I want to find those again and lay them down. Like, there were 3 dressers here, but now the walls collapsed and crushed one. Yeah. Smush. Cool. Excuse me. All right. That's not what I wanted it to be. Here we go. Yeah, not that big though. All right. Cool. Awesome. I think everything's been smashed in here. Yeah, that's what we'll do. And a broom. Sure. So, I think what I want to do for that room is draw another card. Ooh. So what it's telling me, gargoyles, Galebdur, or elementals. Let's see. Let's make sure I know what a Galebdur is. I think I know. It's like basically a thick wingless gargoyle. Oh no, basically earth elementally type things. So we said this is like a 3 to 5. 3 to 5 area, so we could probably put, let's say, I'm using Kobold Fight Club right now. Kobold Fight Club. So let's see, we want 4 4th level people. Galeb. Oh, get some other parameters in here. Garg. Interesting. Okay. So it says CR2 on the card. That's a medium encounter for four levels. So yeah, this is two gargoyles is what that says, but some sort of stone guardian I think is the thing we're going there. So we'll say stone guardian. You can use whatever stats you want. That says 2 gargoyles. I think that's fine. Whatever works for you in whatever system you're using. If you want to make it a little tougher, maybe 3 gargoyles or whatever. Yeah, it kind of fits with the gargoyle head motifs that we're kind of going with anyway. I want to try and find those gargoyle heads again. Because I want... Oh. I want to put it... Oh. I just won't bother erasing the bottom one. So those gargoyle heads can be gargoyles or stone guardians or whatnot. I like the idea that for some reason in the middle, maybe there's 3 here. Let's Control Z. Yeah, we'll put this one here. We'll put this one here. And we'll put not one there, but a place where one should be, like a pile of rubble is what I'm looking for now. Pile of rocks. I'll scale way down a lot. Like one over there in the room. So those rocks are actually a gargoyle that got smashed. So that's like a tip off that maybe these gargoyles are real. We'll animate. You know, these two, maybe they're blood soaked or like weird brown hands, because blood turns real brown after it's been out for a while, so it can be like a tip off, medicine check or whatever appropriate check to kind of figure out that, oh man, maybe these things will animate and kill us, but if they don't do the proper checks or whatever, maybe they've got surprise or advanced initiative or, again, whatever system you're using, some advantage for not figuring out that they're real. Let's see what Underground says for the next room. Oh, okay, cool. I like this a lot. The I like that a lot. So what it said was, the thing it gives us for a 3/4 is Cloaker, and I really like that. It says 8 Cloaker, which basically are creatures that can look like cloaks, but there's no cloaks in this room, or maybe there are. It's up to you. But there are a lot of blankets. I wish I had like a pile of blankets. Symbol. So what I'm thinking is that the beds, some of the beds have, it says 8, so that's a lot. So I'm thinking the cloakers maybe have thrown the actual bed sheets on the ground and have taken the place of the bed sheets. So when you climb into bed, you just strangled to death. And that's terrifying to me. Maybe we'll just use, it's like a tent. I want a tent. Can I make them more brown like these guys? I can't. I want shadow. Shadow moon. It's not quite what I need, but maybe I'll have to make do. But doesn't it just fall off the trees? It's a little closer to what I want. A bunch of blankets piled up in the corner. A nice tip off that something's wrong. or maybe it's just like a pile of cloakers. The trick is that, like, oh no, they didn't take everything off. They've just piled up in the corner. And I think you can kind of decide that at the time of, like, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, we've already kind of made 8 of the same bed. So you can kind of decide that at the time. If they just start chopping away at this, maybe the pile isn't the cloakers, and then they can have some mystery with the bed. But if they use the beds, maybe the piles of cloakers animates, and yeah, some poison gas trap. I'll leave that to you guys. Maybe I'll even make the gas chamber area here. Oh, that's not what we want at all. We want this, and we want concrete walls. Is that stone walls? Stone walls. Stonewall Jackson. Oh, weird. Oh, did I do no wall on a lot of this? Well. Oh no, it just hadn't loaded in for some reason. Weird. Alright. I see, but I do have to still make the wall again. Doesn't matter, we're putting in a wall. Okay, there we go. Cool. And so I'm not taking any notes for this because I think it would be a waste of time. I don't know that I'll be running this anytime soon, but it's good to talk about it. You can take notes and make your own encounters and whatnot. So this here says Black Dragon Wormling. 1d2 Black Dragon Wormlings. So perhaps not Black Dragon Wormlings. I think we said a Cave Dragon Wormling was the boss. So depending on the scenario, maybe there's more than one of the cave dragons. Maybe there's a cave dragon with a bunch of kobolds in this area. Maybe this is the area it's trying to make its horde. Or maybe we'll roll a dice. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then nice, actually, I did want to do this. So we did want to have like a sneaky way into the end room here, which a small person can do. A small person has to squeeze through, so no bigger person can get through. So, but the dragon kind of wants to lure them from this area where maybe this is a kobold fight, and then the dragon kind of fights them too, and then like burrows away to where there are maybe more kobolds. It wants to escape into this. It'll escape pretty early too. Maybe if it gets hit once, it'll like scurry away, because we don't want the boss fight here. We want some other stuff and then a boss fight here. And maybe even then it tries to escape. So 1, 2, 3 for the vault entrance. That is the wrong die. 1, so yeah, up here. Up here will be secret entrance to secret vault. But what I think is true here is that the vault is broken. The vault door is broken, and the cave dragon found its own way in. So whatever door was there is not there anymore, but it was secret at one point. Maybe there's an object we can have for that. It might just be a broken wood, kind of. I wish looking for stuff is more entertaining to watch. Cool. So yeah, it's broken the vault door. Whatever treasure is in there, maybe it's taken the actual treasure and moved it elsewhere. I like that a lot, actually. So it's got its hoard here, maybe, or maybe that's not where its hoard is at all. And its hoard is actually here, secreted away from the thing. But yeah, it tries to fight you here maybe, and then you have to go looking for its treasure elsewhere. Maybe it has other kobold guardians. Maybe it tries to flee. It can burrow, of course. It might try to flee again. I like that. playing around with it. Just feathering the edges, making it wonky, you know. This is, you do some of this, and people will think it's detail. But just the extra time makes it look look a little better, in my opinion. A little less like you just drew a cave. That's all we're doing. These can be little compartments where people hide or do whatever. But it looks like detail, but it's actually just snippets, just random brush strokes. Not necessarily additional detail, just additional effort to make it look prettier. Which maybe is detail? I don't know. And then I'll show you this other tool, which I haven't talked about yet. What? I thought that would have water for sure. Water? Well, here, check this out. This is the circle of water. I want like a water draw tool, you know? Like the rivers. If you had a river tool in here, river tool wouldn't work exactly the same, though, I know. But, you know, why not use the tools we're given? Slime river, because we couldn't make, I guess, like a sand type thing. There just needs to be more brushes in here, I think. You know, there's a magma one. It looks really cool. I just wish there was a water one, like this exact tool, but blue. Like this is what I want. I would use this in a blue. Can I change it? No. So, Dungeon Draft. Give me blue slime. I can work with blue slime. So here, this looks a little straight. Ooh. So I'll make it magma. This is a little more of a pool, you know? touch up certain areas to make it less rigid. Become less straight. Great. Sure. Okay, cool. Slime river. Maybe there's another trap in here that the kobolds have reactivated. Maybe it's slime or poison river related. Yeah, you probably even start to smell it here. And this might be a good area for the dragon to attack, because the PCs are squeezing through, trying to get through their area, and it can burrow away. And yeah, the dragon being like a constant pestering factor throughout the dungeon, I think, is really neat. Let's see here. All right. So I'm going to take the cave tool and kind of just go through, and it's a little messy here. It's a little slow, a little slow. Yeah, actually, there might be another good squeeze spot. So like this one's a trap, but this one might give you some advantage in this fight. And now, if you're of the camp of burrow can't be through worked stone, I'm giving the dragon some options to get out of here. So breaking through the walls already has some escape routes. Might even try through there, but also, as long as it can get in here, it can go wherever. Terrain brush. I think I want to have a little more terrain in here, I think. Oh, no, that's not what that means. How do I uncave brush? Material or terrain path. Oh, gross. okay, I guess. Does the scanner tool have different objects? That'd be interesting. Oh, like pile of coins. Give me a pile of coins. Dungeon draft. Pile of coins. I'll just put sacks of stuff there. He's got just bags of stuff. There was treasure chests. Type stuff. That's what I'll put here. Oh, I don't want scattering tool for that. I think most of these are going to be empty or filled with things that the dragon doesn't want, like maybe clothes or whatever. So it's going to have stuff, but not great stuff, you know? Cool. I like it. Maybe these for. Oh, I already drew that. Underground. Some anhags. Yeah, these guys. You can't see because I'm not focus. It doesn't want to focus. So, but yeah, some of those guys in the river, some other underground creatures. Ooh, and doppelgangers. Ooh. Maybe some doppelgangers down here. Would they be concerned with the dragon? Yeah. Now, what comes to mind when I think doppelganger is that maybe there's some doppelgangers pretending to be the old royal family hidden away for whatever reason. I think it's a neat idea. I don't know that it's a neat idea for this. So, something for someone else to ponder. Something I thought might be a cool idea. Cool. Well, I think that's it for that map. You can flavor up the map using the object tool. Flavor up the cave a little with some stones, some fallen stones or whatever. Make it a little smaller. Spin around. Yeah, it's some hidden area back there for something. You know, play with it, make it a little weird. Some of these areas that we kind of put all over the place, you can use as like secret hideouts for whatever. Yeah, awesome. Well, I don't think I'm going to bother too much with it, but we'll change up the rock tool. Yeah, this is a cave in, and it's a way out or whatnot. Maybe, yeah, maybe the dragon at some point caves in one of the entrances, and then you have to dig your way out that way, or kind of fight your way through. Maybe there's an easier way to dig it out through here. Follow the acid/poison river. I like the idea of going in and, like the people here, were unable to get out somehow. And because you're unable to get out, you have to actually find a different way out, and that can be a whole other adventure. Players take a long rest somewhere in here and then are able to adventure off into the caves, and that's its own adventure. So cool. Yeah, this might actually be a good way to start, like an Underdark or a cave system type dungeon crawl adventure, where it's like, all right, we went to go investigate this thing, but now we can't get out. What do we do? Where do we go? Do we go upriver, downriver, try to burrow out this way? Maybe there's another path here. What do we encounter in the caves? So that's actually a pretty good kickoff to that kind of adventure. Yeah. So that's that, I think. I don't like having this big empty space here, but it kind of makes sense for the map. The map looks good, I think. So, all right, I think we are done for mapping for the day.